What's up, guys? I just completed my first oil change at 645 miles. Super easy setup. Only took 2 bolts that are 8mm in size, and then 1 bolt for the drain plug that was 14mm in size. Super quick. Only took maybe 15 minutes for the whole process. Pretty much all I did was pull the 2 8mm bolts out, remove the plate, pulled the oil filter out, and then grabbed the spring that's behind the oil filter. Then I took the 14mm bolt off the bottom of the engine, let the oil drain out, clean off the bottom of the engine, put the bolt back in. Then I put the spring in after laying the bike over on its side. That way it holds the spring into the correct area without falling out. Once I did that, then I put the oil filter in, put the plate back on in the correct orientation, put the 2 8mm bolts back in, cleaned the area, and that was pretty much it. Probably one of the easiest oil filters I've ever changed. I guess compared to cars, it's a little bit more difficult because on my Subaru WRX 2019 version, all you have to do is turn it off by hand, put it on by hand. The oil filter on my car is actually on the top of the engine instead of underneath. So, not comparing it to my car, it's a pretty easy installation. But now I'm back and riding. I put about 155 miles on it since then. I did record some footage yesterday, but that was lost. Seems like a common issue. I'm going to get better with practice, I guess. I have to learn to remember to check the media mod settings on my GoPro every time I change the battery, because the USB-C doesn't connect properly sometimes. Not sure if it's dirt buildup or what, but it's something that I definitely have to keep paying attention to every time. Once I get it on there and the media mod's detected properly, it's almost always on there. As far as I can tell, I haven't lost any voice audio data since I started checking that. Just every now and then I forget to do it. It's a beautiful day out today. I think it's supposed to be in the 80-degree range. It's definitely feeling more and more like summer every day. I recently started looking at the Facebook groups for other people and other areas of riding in my area. I found the Smoky Mountain group, which they have GPS coordinate data for different routes planned. Looks like it could be a pretty interesting ride. I'll have to get another set of rims for this bike, another set of rims, another set of tires that I can just quickly swap out. I also need to get a skid plate and probably the slip-on that I want to change it out to. I see a lot of bikes on that page that are riding without spark arresters on the trails. That's a little dangerous, so I'm definitely going to get a silencer with a spark arrestor built in. I also need to get some handlebar guards for the levers. Trying to make the decision if I want to go with the aluminum bars that go around or if I just want to go with the plastic variants. I know if you get in an accident, there's a chance with the metal bars that you can get your arm wedged in between and then broken. So I definitely don't want that to happen. But at the same time, what are the chances of that actually happening? I'm not sure. Might be pretty low. I guess it's all just circumstantial. I need to get some different mirrors as well. These mirrors are really clunky. Hitting any trees will smack these and bend them. But other than that, I think with the good skid plates and better tires and a few other protectors, I think it'll be decent off-road. I do still need to adjust my suspension setup because it is not set for my weight. It's definitely set up for a lighter rider. The suspension, you can see, dips pretty hard when I hit the brakes. And also, if I'm trying to do clutch ups, the rear suspension absorbs a lot of that power. You'd think I'd get these things completed before the 800-mile range, but I have put these 800 miles on this bike within the last week or so. I've been doing a lot of riding almost every day since I got the bike, and loving it. I need to do some more exploring around the area. I'm sure there's a ton of twisties and off-road stuff that I can do. I just never really looked into it before. So I'll need to maybe look for some people that know the area a little bit better. I've lived here for almost 20 years and never really got into it. Pretty much all the activity that I do is riding dirt bikes, and I go to the Spearhead Trails over in Virginia. It's anywhere from an hour to 2 hour drive depending on which part of those trails that I get on. I really enjoy the trails over near Grundy, Virginia. They're a lot of fun. They have a lot of different variations on the trails that you can ride, and they've got hill climbs and jumps and all kinds of entertaining things to do. Whereas the one I go to in St. Paul, it's pretty much just one track that I've seen anyway. There might be some offshoots that I haven't seen, but pretty much just one track all the way through to maybe get over into the Richlands area or something. I've only rode the one direction. I do remember that there is one, possibly two off paths to that, but I haven't rode them yet. I need to head back out there and try them out sometime soon. Maybe even with this bike when I get the appropriate accessories. I'm doing a little bit of a commute today, so out for a little bit of fun, but mostly for work. I have the luxury of being able to ride the bike to where I work. There's different locations that I can go to. Most of them are guarded, so I don't have to worry about my bike getting stolen. I'm getting pelted with these really big bees. It's starting to hurt. I'm squidding it out here. Pretty much only have gloves on, and these are even pretty flimsy gloves. They got some leather on the bottom of them, but that's pretty much it. Without any wind guards on my hands, any type of debris, any type of bugs, pretty much I'm feeling the full impact of. On my chest, I'm just wearing a shirt, so all of the bees and other large insects hit pretty hard, especially going 50+ miles per hour with no windshield. I don't mind that so much usually when I have a jacket on, but right now, just squidding it out. Looks like somebody had an accident here. Tore that rail completely off. Definitely have to be safe out here, especially for motorcycle riders. I seen a case where someone in a truck almost hit a motorcycle rider that was right in front of me yesterday. And of course, road rage ensued. Biker got mad at the truck, And you know, a lot of times these vehicle drivers, they are completely oblivious to what's going on. These truck drivers and other vehicle drivers are completely oblivious to what's going on in a lot of these situations. So it's really up to us to pay attention to our surroundings, always checking your rear view mirrors if you have them. Some of you guys don't even have rear view mirrors, and it's a lot of work to turn all the way around to see what's behind you. Constantly doing that takes time, reaction time that you could have otherwise. I was riding with another guy yesterday and he was not paying attention at all. There was a truck completely stopped in front about 150 feet away. He got up to probably about 50 feet away and had to slam on his brakes, pull off to the side, and the guy was making a left-hand turn and he had no other choice but to skid into the lane that was to the left of the truck. And if the truck had not been paying attention, he could have pulled out left and totally hit the guy. So we have to be more cautious. We don't have the protection that vehicles have, or other vehicles, I mean. We also got to make sure that we're checking our blind spots. There's definitely blind spots that you do have to turn around and look at. Can't see with your mirrors, and if you adjust your mirrors to those blind spots, then you'll be creating other blind spots. One thing I keep hearing people talk about is their wheels being balanced. I haven't felt any differences on mine, even at speeds of 70 miles an hour. I wonder if I have to get up above those speeds before the noticeable effects. Pretty much the only thing I feel with these wheels when they are wobbling, it's due to the road. Like right now, I'm on a road that's fairly bumpy, but if I get on a smooth road, it's pretty smooth. I don't have a tool to balance my wheels right now to where I can put it on it, rotate it, and find the parts where the weight needs to be added. But I'll have to pick one of those up here pretty soon. I plan on doing more longer runs with the bike, going to different states, doing some of those long trails. Some of them are on the road, some of them are off dirt. But for the long journeys on the road, it would be nice to be able to have weighted properly wheels. So what do you guys like to do? Do you like to go out and ride with other people, or do you primarily solo? And if you solo, is it because you don't have anyone else to ride with, or do you prefer that? I'm typically introverted, but when it comes to doing adventures, I do like to have other people, especially on the bikes. If I'm doing off-road things, I've wrecked a lot over the years on dirt bikes, so having somebody else is more like a comfort thing for me. If I get hurt, it's good to know that I've got somebody that potentially is not getting hurt, at least in the same scenario, and that can help rescue. It's good to have that peace of mind. So what do you guys think? Which one do you prefer? Anyway guys, I am almost to the place where I'm traveling to. That's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. Catch you guys in the next one.